Hello and welcome to the Otaku Network podcast. My name is Steve.
And I'm David.
And this is episode 8 of Weekly Ranma. Should probably do a little bit of housekeeping before we get into this episode because I completely misguessed what the next story arc was going to be. Without ruining anything for David, because I think it's going to be a really enjoyable arc, I was expecting David to learn that Ranma is afraid of cats this week. Instead, we get the introduction of the martial arts figure skating pair of Azusa and Mikado. So I was confused by this because in the Viz release, this little arc was the first 3 episodes of season 2. So I did some looking into it. In the original Japanese broadcast, this was episodes 7, 8, and 9 of season 2. And Viz, in order to kind of bring the ordering of the story to be more in line with the manga, had shifted it up to the beginning of season 2. Even though theoretically, according to the pacing of the manga, which I was previously unaware of, this happens way earlier. So we have the introduction of Azusa and Mikado. So this episode starts off with Akane figure skating, her friends trying to convince her to join the figure skating club because she's naturally talented at it. And for whatever reason, she has P-chan with her, yet she forgets that she has P-chan with her and leaves him out on the ice to suffer on his own when this strange girl comes up and kidnaps him after knocking him out with her hammer. She realizes that P-chan is missing, winds up tracking down Ranma, who's at a ramen shop with some kids from school who are trying to convince him to hook them up with girl-type Ranma. Kane comes in just as he's insulting her, so he thinks she's upset because she overheard what he said about her, not that her beloved pet black pig, Ryoga, is missing.
Fucking Ryoga.
Cue the crazy pigknapper girl, entering same shop, and then Akane confronting the girl about P-chan. The girl is quite adamant that the pig is hers and its name is Charlotte. They almost begin to fight until a handsome boy walks in and kind of diffuses the situation. We find out that the girl and the handsome man are a legendary collegiate high school figure skating pair that are champions and perfect at what they do and dreamy and blah, blah, blah. Azusa and Mikado. So Azusa is very childish and Mikado is a playboy.
Understatement.
He sees Akane as another notch in his belt to add. And so he helps her to kind of diffuse the P-chan situation, but Azusa doesn't let it go and challenges Akane to a competition for the ownership of the pig. The challenge is a figure skating contest that is martial arts themed, because of course it is, with the prize being P-chan. As they're leaving, Mikado tries to steal a kiss from Akane, but is stopped by Ranma, which brings Ranma into the situation, and now Mikado wants the challenge to be over Akane's affection as well. Kane and Ranma are back at home, and Ryoga shows up, miraculously knowing everything that's going on, even though...
And well-showered.
And well-showered. And says that he wants to be Akane's partner for the challenge. Ranma and Ryoga kind of argue with each other over who would be the best, and we find out that neither of them are good because they can't ice skate.
You think with how good they are
at martial arts?
Martial arts.
Yeah, no, they can't ice skate. So Akane is kind of like, well, both of you are pointless. This is not going to work, and tries to train Ranma. Ranma does it in girl type form because he feels it's less embarrassing as a girl. And then the golden pair, Azusa and Mikado, show up and further the challenge.
After kicking 100 dudes' asses.
Yeah, so they show up and they kind of flex their ability a little bit by challenging 100 full-suited hockey players to a battle royale, which they just decimate them in 7 seconds.
It was 9.
Was it 9?
It was 9.
Yes, it was 9. Sorry.
God, Steve, watch the anime.
Oh, I know. Just kidding. Mikado then makes the moves on girl-type Ranma, giving Ranma his first kiss, which devastates the boy. Prior to this, though, Azusa kind of raised the stakes and puts a hard-to-remove collar on P-chan that signifies him as Charlotte, and has a key and says that if Akane can win the contest, she'll give the key to her to signify the ownership exchange. So Ranma, furious at having his first kiss stolen, comes back and picks a fight with Mikado.
In boy type.
Yeah, as boy type Ranma. which confuses the hell out of Mikado, but he's like, whatever, I'll fight you, I don't care. Especially after he punches a hole in a crevasse into the ice skating rink, offending Mikado's sensibilities as a figure skater. So Mikado does this special attack, and it looks like Ranma's getting his ass whooped. But Ranma ultimately comes out by counterattacking, knocking him unconscious. Even though
501 times.
Yeah, even though Ranma was well and surely had his ass kicked. But, he's still conscious, whereas Mikado's standing there catatonic, which allows Azusa and all of the hockey guys to graffiti on him with permanent marker. Everyone's trying to console Ranma about his first kiss being stolen by a boy. And there's a moment of Akane and Ranma by themselves in the dojo where she playfully challenges him that he wouldn't be able to steal a kiss from her. And so we get this nice tender moment where they're maybe close to admitting that they have feelings for each other. And they back away a little bit, and then they get close again to admitting that. And then the atmosphere gets ruined because all the rest of the family is voyeuristically observing this
tender exchange.
This growth of their relationship. And so we end with Mikado regaining consciousness, left alone in the middle of the night in the ice skating rink, full of wounds and graffiti, fired up to defeat Ranma and win the match.
I still think So Nintendo is
high?
Catatonic.
Catatonic? Yeah. So Nintendo.
Because he just sits there with his legs crossed, arms crossed the entire episode. Even when they're like voyeuring Ranma and Akane. He's just like...
In the original anime, we saw a little bit more of Son, at least in his interactions with Genma.
Mm-hmm.
They would play shogi a lot. So we'd see a lot of scenes of them like kind of chilling on the porch of the house playing shogi while like the weirdness is going on around them. It's kind of like, yep, life is good.
I could see Son and Genma playing that, especially as Genma was a panda.
Yes.
He likes being a panda.
He loves being a panda. Loves being a panda.
Even if they found a way to reverse it, I don't think he would stop being a panda.
No, I don't think Genma would ever want to not be able to transform into a panda, honestly.
I mean, kind of fun.
Well, especially since he doesn't necessarily have to worry about animal control as much. Because everybody in the neighborhood just kind of accepts that there's this panda wandering around that's not causing any problems.
And it works for Dr. Tofu.
Well, there's something wrong with that boy. There's a lot wrong with that boy.
Dr. Tofu?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Okay. No, this episode was hilarious. I really like when they're making fun of Ranma and he like deflates and he's just like, I laughed so hard. It was too funny just to hear his voice go from his normal English voice act to this just really high pitched like.
Yeah, I loved the way that they handled his reaction to being kissed in this version compared to the original anime. I thought it was much more entertaining. And
in Japanese, did they do the voice effect to make it sound like he was in glass?
Yes. Yeah, they did.
That part also made me laugh when he was like in this like fractured glass
he was
form.
like in ice.
Yeah.
He was iced over.
Yeah. But no, this episode is really funny.
So next week we'll have the challenge, the contest, the competition, which should wrap up that episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe after that, you'll get to learn why Ranma is afraid of cats.
I just wonder how long this is going to run.
I don't know.
I wonder if it's going to run into the winter season and do a 24 episode thing.
So with the remake of Urusei Yatsura, they did 2 core, but it was split by... I don't know I can't remember if they ran a year apart from each other. I don't think that was a Netflix joint. This one is a Netflix, produced thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't know what the plan is. I haven't seen any definitive answer to that question.
I just want to keep going. I really like it.
There's still a lot of story to be told.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of good story to be told still. We're still a far way off from the repetitive, boring stuff. Although now we've had 2 arcs that are insert sporting thing martial art contest.
It's still entertaining at this point.
I'm glad that you're enjoying it. It pleases me that the joy of Ranma can very much be intergenerational.
It tickles me every time. I love this anime.
And I think the remake is doing a lot of justice to the memory of the original anime and the source material of the manga.
If this was twice as long as it was, I don't think I'd enjoy it as much.
Oh, you think if the pacing was more in line with the
old one,
with the old anime?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really need to start reading the manga. I don't know why I've just put it off for all these years, but I have. So thanks for listening. Don't forget to check out our other podcast episodes on Wednesdays. And
like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. If you know a weeb, recommend a weeb. we want more friends.
Yeah.
We want to grow the otaku family. Let Steve and I be a part of your anime rituals. Let us be a part of your anime experience.
People are leaving some good comments on these episodes, which I appreciate a lot.
And Steve and I are always receptive to new ideas.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys feel like there's something that you would maybe want to see us do in the future, go ahead and comment in the comment section. Steve and I are always looking for more shit to talk about.
You know what? Maybe when Ranma's done, maybe we'll keep going and we'll watch Urusei Yatsura. I have only watched a little bit of Urusei Yatsura. I've seen a couple of episodes and I've seen 2 of the movies.
I think at some point we should make you watch an anime that I've watched and you haven't.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody, and we will see you next time.